Please, my lord. As I mentioned at the inception of the proceedings, there is a recording of this interview, and I've received it this morning. It was mentioned to me previously, but I received it this morning. I've given it to the defense, and at this stage, the view is that we proceed with the evidence, and after her evidence, they will then go and listen to the recording overnight. But I think there's one dissent regarding that suggestion, and yeah, I just don't know how we're going to handle that. But the suggestion is that we proceed, and before cross-examination, they will then go and listen to the recording. There's the majority view.
But then the court must have sight of that.
Well, the problem is this, my lord, that some of the things that appear in the recording have been redacted, and those are the portions that should not be heard at this stage. So it will then not be possible to make a copy of everything. I think that's why the state doesn't even want to use that. I think at best it can be, and it also contains the statement itself, which at this stage, my lord, is inadmissible, as it must still be proven.
Yeah, so. Fine, I hear you. But if it is quoted or referred to or cited in any of the arguments, this court has to listen or see it. How do I arrive at a finding, whichever way?
Yes.
When half the evidence is not before me.
Yes.
So it's either it's used or it's not used. But if it is used, the law is clear.
Yes, that's. We agree on this. Hence, we do not want to use it at this point. But my colleagues apparently want to decide whether they are going to use it or not.
No, fine. Okay, let's go.
But as I say, the suggestion is that we proceed, and at the later stage, they'll then make a...
So when you say at a later stage, Mrs. Kronje is not going to be cross-examined if she finishes her evidence today?
No, not today, my lord. We have just checked her availability tomorrow. She did indicate that she can avail herself tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. Is that true?
That's correct.
That's correct.
All right, fine. Yes, let's go.
By the state that the witness should actually complete and finalize the examination in chief. The matter then is stood down until tomorrow morning.
Stood down for what?
To continue the cross-examination of the witness.
Yeah, fine. As long as it will begin.
That's correct.
At some stage. Okay.
As the court basis, my lord, I have an objection, my lord, to that. Because the information that the state has just disclosed now, my lord, it's related to the evidence of the witness who is currently testifying. And that information,
it's
my lord...
To the witness who?
Who is testifying.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, my lord. That information, we have not been given the opportunity to listen to it. It has just been disclosed to us, my lord, now during break. Therefore, my reasons for objection, my lord, is that it is crucial to listen to that portion of evidence before this witness testifies.
But this witness is in the middle of a testimony.
The state decided to disclose a new evidence in the middle of the testimony, my lord.
No, but if I understand Mr. Baloyi, he says he initially did not intend to use that evidence. Am I quoting you correctly, sir?
Indeed, my lord. It was just...
I listen when people talk.
For the purpose of being open and transparent with the defense.
And it tells you we've had this.
My lord, the state may not be intending to use it, but as a defense also wants it has been mentioned that the evidence is available.
You're entitled to it.
We're entitled at least to listen to it, my lord, so that we can be able to proper instructions whether we're on of the same page with the
No,
state.
fine, I don't have a problem with it.
That we won't be using it because
You're
maybe
entitled to it because
Yes.
in terms of the case of State versus Shabalala, any information which is in the docket of the state, is it except A, B?
yes.
Hello? Is it sections A and B?
Yes.
The other
Sections A.
information should be made available.
Yeah, B and C. In
Yeah,
fact,
sorry,
B and
the
C.
other way around.
Yes. And this one is part A, my lord.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
So you may use it anyhow you want it. But all I'm saying is if it's used, it must form part of the record, obviously.
Because you may find out that the defense will be using it, my lord.
Yeah,
Yes.
no problem.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm asking for that opportunity to listen to this video now, my lord.
No. This witness is still under oath and she's testifying.
Yes.
She'll testify, finish her testimony, prepared to stand down, a cross-examination, then you can listen to whatever video or opname you want to listen to. Then Ms. Kronje comes and she's cross-examined by all of you. No problem.
No, it's fine, my lord, if the order is coming from the court that I cannot listen to that video until this witness finishes.
I never said that.
Oh,
I never said that.
my apologies, my
I never said that.
My apologies, my lord.
I say you're entitled to that video.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Yes.
In terms of State versus Shabalala, you're entitled to it. He can't hide it away from you. But he can decide not to use it, like he says he intended not to use it. Fine.
Yes.
But this witness has been sworn in. He's in the middle of a cross-examination, of her evidence. Let her finish. And thereafter, we stand down her cross-examination. In the meantime, anybody who wants to listen to the video or the recording can do so. So that when the cross-examination starts, we are fortified with the information in the video and everything. What's the problem there?
My lord, my request was that I'm asking for an opportunity to listen to this video now, my lord.
Now.
Yes, my lord.
And then this witness?
This witness can stand down.
Until when?
Maybe until 2 o'clock, I think we'll be done with that video.
No. Application is refused.
As the court pleases.
Just continue, Mr. Balwe.
As a court, please, I can also mention that the recording is 3 hours long.
That video is what?
The recording is 3 hours.
3 hours long.
Yes.
Good.
Ngaphambi kokuthi umshushiswa aqale-ke udaba lana lumayelana nale recording umshushiswa bekakhuluma ngayo ngaphambilini ethi-ke uyinikezile abameli ngokukhulumisana-ke abameli bayacela-ke ukuthi banikezwe ithuba-ke lokuthi bayilalele ukuthi-ke ufakazi abanye abameli bathi ufakazi angaqhubeka uma umbuso usuqedile-ke ngaye banikezwe ithuba bahambe bayolalela base bayabuya-ke bambuze imibuzo umeli-ke ka-accused number 5 yena kuyacela-ke ukuthi cha ufakazi angaqhubeki-ke manje alalele noma abukeke leyo video noma leyo recording leyo abe uma eseqedile-ke abuyeke ufakazi-ke noma ngo-2 kodwa-ke inkantolo ithi cha akaqhubeke-ke nanjengoba abanye abameli beshilo ukuthi angaqhubeka mase kufika ithuba labo ukuthi babuze imibuzo bangabuzi kodwa bahambe bayolalela leyo recording leyo ngokuthi umshushisi ithatha amahora awu-3 leyo recording.
Mevrouw Cronje, net voor die kortverdagging, ons was bij die gedeelte waar u die voorkomst van die deposant zijn gemoedstoestand op record geplaatst hebt. U kan voortgaan waar u opgehouden hebt.
Just before the short adjournment, we were on the part where you were now describing the appearance of the deponent as well as his condition. You can proceed from there.
Ek het aan die deposant gevra of hy enige mediese toestande of beserings wou rapporteer waarop hy geantwoord het I do not know or I do not want to report it.
Okay. I then asked the deponent if he had any medical condition or any injuries that he would like to report, and then yes.
I do not want to report if any medical conditions or injuries except had a heart problem and I haven't taken a bath since 16 June 2020. Dit was sy antwoord gewees.
That was his response. Lana ke uphendulile ke wathi uma ebuzwa ngokuthi unokulimala noma unaso yini isimo ke esimhluphayo ngokwezempilo wathi ke akukho ke engifuna ukusho ke mayela ke nezempilo noma ke ukulimala ngaphandle nje ngokuthi ke nganginenkinga ke yezenhliziyo angaze futhi ke ngezeke noma ke ngithathe ibath ukusukela ngazo i-16 zika June 2020.
I informed the deponent that I am a magistrate and that I am not in any way involved in the investigation against him, that I do not work with the police or any other person in this case, and that he can speak freely and without fear in my presence.
Ngase ngimazisa ke ngimtshela ke ukuthi ngiwumantshi ukuthi ke ayikho ke indlela ke engibandakanyeka ngayo ke kuphenyo ke lwalo noma kuphenyo ngakuyena nokuthi futhi angisebenzisane namaphoyisa noma ke nawuphi ke umuntu okulecala leli nokuthi ke angakhuluma ngokukhululekile futhi angesabi ngikhona.
He was also informed that if necessary, he will be afforded protection against any irregularities, and that I will as soon as possible have any irregularities investigated by a senior police official.
Ngase ngimazisa ke noma watshelwa ke ukuthi uma ngabe isidingo sikhona ke ukuthi uzonikezwa ke ukuvikeleka noma ke uzovikelwa ke uma kukhona nje okungahambi ngendlela noma ke okungahambi kahle nokuthi ke uma nje kutholakala ke ukutholakala ukuthi kukhona nje okungahambi noma ungenziwa kahle ngizokhulumisana ke nephoyisa ke eliphezulu ke ngesikhundla ukuthi alikuphenye lokho.
That this is not a trial and that I am not hearing any charge against him.
Nokuthi futhi lokhu ke akusikona ukuqulwa kwecala nokuthi ke angizanga lana noma ke angikho lapho ukuthi ke ngizolalela ke ukuthweswa kwakhe icala.
He was asked, do you understand this explanation and do you accept it as correct? And his answer was yes.
Ngambuza ukuthi uyakuzwisisa yini lokhu engichazayo nokuthi ke uyakwamukela ukuthi ukuright yini noma kukahle impendulo yakhe yabe isithi ke yebo.
He was then asked, do you wish to comment or have anything to say in this regard?
Wasebuzwa ke ingaba kukhona yini ofisa ukuthi ukuphawule noma ke into ongayisho mayela nalokhu.
As a court, please, my lord, during the short adjournment, we further redacted the document, and amongst others is the answer that follows. I'll just beg leave to hand up this document that we further redacted. We made copies for all counsel.
Uyasho kumshutshisi ukuthi ngaphambilini bekushiwo ke ukuthi sikhona ke izinto lezi ezisusiweke noma ezisuliweke enye yazo ke ile impendulo ke bezonikezwa manje usunikezwa ke le copy lena ke umehluli lena lana ke le part lena aphendule khona ke isuliwe khona.
And amongst others is the whole answer that follows on that question.
Kanye futhi nayo yonke ke impendulo elandelayo kuloyo mbuzo loyo.
Mevrou Kronyekane from the antwoord oor te slaan.
Can I request you, Mrs. Kolonier, just to skip the answer?
And
does it appear the answer? Mr. Baloyi, are you saying the answer appears there?
On the redacted version.
On her.
Yeah, she's got the original, my lord, yes.
You didn't redact it?
No, the original, we can't redact it as it might be used perhaps at the later stage, yes.
And this reduction is with the consent of all the councils?
Yes, we
and
put
yourself. It's not an individual frolic of yours?
No. We all put our heads together,
right?
And each made their inputs.
So it's by consent, in other words?
Yes, it's by consent. And we've made copies of such redacted version of the statement.
Okay.
Lokhu ke futhi okusuliwe ke ukuvumelana ke phakathi komshushisi kanye nabo bonke ke abameli bavumeleneke ukuthi ke yini ke ekufanele ukuthi ke isulwe ngamanye amagama kuma kufundwa manje ingaveli ke manje ukuthi impendulo waphendula wathini.
Ek kan gaan Now, paragraph 2.
Can go to paragraph 2.
Question was asked, who brought you to my office and for what reason? His answer,
Umbuzo wase uthi ke umbuzo ubani owakuletha ehhovisi lami futhi ekulethela siphi isizathu impendulo yakhe.
Kan ek dan vra om net te lees tot waar die sin eindig met officials?
Can I just request you to just read the answer where it goes up to the officials or officials.
Sergeant Mugane, who was escorted by the Metro Police officials.
Impendulo yasithi ke ngilethwe uSergeant Mukhane owayekhashwa ke amaphoyisa ke noma iMetro Police.
Then what follows thereafter, my lord, was also redacted. Kan ek vra om die sin te lees wat begin, the police told me.
Oh, okay.
The police told me to come to court to make a statement, and I also wanted to make a statement, and I am happy to make one.
Ya impendulo yakhe ke ithi amaphoyisa ke angitshela ukuthi ngize enkantolo ngizokwenza istatement. Nami ke ngiyafuna ukwenza istatement futhi ke ngenemeke futhi ngijabuleke futhi noma ngiyathokozela ke lokho.
Excuse me, net voor u voortgaan. As ek net kan terugneem na die vorige bladsy, bladsy 1.
If I can take you back to the previous page, page 1.
Daar heel onder, daar staan magistrate, deponent, interpreter. Kan u net verduidelik waarvoor staan dit?
Right at the bottom there is magistrate, deponent and interpreter, and why is that there?
Hierdie is onderaan elke bladsy gebring in die proforma vorm sodat al die partye in mekaar se teenwoordigheid elke bladsy onderteken en so het ek self dan as ook die deposant sy initials en die tolk ook haar initials aangebring op elke bladsy en die volle handtekeninge is dan aangebring op bladsy die bladsy is oorgenoem, bladsy 8.
It is brought, my lord, or it is there at the bottom of this of each page, wherein myself, the deponent, as well as the interpreter, initials, and then on page 8, the full signatures appear there.
Hierdie aantekeninge en is eers aangebring nadat die hele konfessie gevat is en dit weer teruggetolk is en die deposant aangedui het dat hy tevrede is, waarna ons almal in mekaar se teenwoordigheid die handtekeninge op elke bladsy aangebring het soos aangedui is.
Now these signatures on page 8, my lord, were then brought about after everything, or after the confession had been taken, after it was interpreted back to the deponent, after the deponent had indicated that he was satisfied with that which is contained, then each and every one of us then signed on this page.
In each other's presence. Sorry?
Or in each other's presence, and yeah.
Ja, goed, ek kan teruggaan na waar ons opgehou het.
Can then go back.
Vraag 3 is nie aan hom gestel nie, aangesien dit nie van toepassing was in hierdie geval nie, en net betrekking het op 'n deposant wat minderjarig was, wat nie die geval was nie.
Question 3 was not put to him, saying that it was not applicable in this instance. It is only applicable to someone who is a minor. Page 3, sorry ke umbuzo wesithathu ke wona ke awubuzwanga ke wona ke ngoba ke umbuzo obuzwa kumuntu iminyaka yakhe noma ke oseneminyaka ke noma umuntu okufanele ukuthi amelwe umzali kodwa hayi umuntu osekhulile.
Ten spyte daarvan dat hy prokureer teenwoordig gehad het, het ek voortgegaan met vraag nommer 4 op bladsy 3.
As much as he had a lawyer, a legal representative present, I then went on and asked him question number 4, which is on page 3. Sorry. I just interpret the previous with regards to the statement. Khona nje engikushiyelele ngaphambilini lana ke ku page nganye ke la enzansi khona la kubhalwe khona umagistrate lona ke futhi owenza istatement kanye notolika lapha khona ke bengasayini kodwa nje bekubekwa ama-initials kodwa ke uma esechaza ke uthi laphayana ku page 8 yila khona ke kunama signature onke noma ke uma sithi ke onke ukhuluma awakhe akatolika kanye ke naloyo obenikeza ke ngestatement lokho kwenzeka emuva kokuthi ke i-confession isibhaliwe phansi yatolikwe wase ke naye ke esho ukuthi wanelisekileke yiloko okubhaliwe yiloko okutolikiwe wonke umuntu wasayinda futhi umuntu ngamunye usayinda omunye ekhona.
Daar net net bo paragraaf 4 is daar 'n datumstempel en so ook op elke bladsy.
Just above question 4 there is a date stamp and also with regards to each and every page.
Kan u net verduidelik hoekom is dit aangebring?
Can you just indicate as to why it is brought on?
Hierdie datumstempel het ek self persoonlik aangebring by die deurhaal van stukke wat nie van toepassing is nie waar ek geteken het en waar ek geparafeer het sodat dit net 'n aanduiding is van dat dit ek is wat dit gedoen het en die datum is waarop dit gedoen is.
The date stamp was brought on by myself, my lord, where in instances where it was not applicable or the questions were not applicable, I then initialed and then put on the date stamp. Istamp lesike as buzayo ke mtshutshisi mina ke ngasibeka la khona ke imibuzo khona ke eyayingenalutho la kwenza ke mayelana nemibuzo mina ke ngangiyibuza ngangibeka istamp bese ke ngifaka ke ama initials.
Dis in die teenwoordigheid van al die partye gedoen.
That was done in the presence of all the parties kwenzeka lokho ke wonke umuntu ekhona.
Yes. En net voor u voortgaan, u het op 'n stadium genoem dat u rekenaar reggestel het toe u met die verrigtinge begin het.
Dis korrek.
You earlier on mentioned that you switched on your laptop just before you started with the proceedings. Yes, that is correct. Ushilo ngaphambilini ukuthi ke use uvula ke i-laptop yakho ngaphambilini kokuthi uqale. Yebo kuyiqiniso.
Was hierdie verrigtinge opgeneem?
With these proceedings recorded.
Dis korrek.
That is correct. Yebo ke ufuna ukwazi ukuthi lokho kwakwenzeka kwa recordwa yini? Yebo kunjalo.
Die omstandighede verduidelik?
Can you then explain the circumstances? Ngachaza ke isimo.
En wanneer die opname begin het?
And when the recording started, nokuthi kwaqala nini ke ukwenziwa i-recording?
Hierdie betrokke opname het begin voordat ek begin het met die inskryf van die inligting van hierdie betrokke vorm.
This recording started just before I commenced with the completion of this form. Ukurekhoda lokho ke kwaqala ngaphambilini kokuthi mina ngiqale ukuthi ngibhale kuyona i-form. Yeah.
Die rede vir die opname is basies dat dit praktyk by my is as ek enige werk verrig in 'n kantoor en nie in die hof waar daar 'n formele opname is of gemaak kan word nie. Dan neem ek die verrigtinge in die kantoor op.
The reason for that, my lord, is that it is just practice to me that when I am doing work in an office environment, unlike in court where there is a recording, then I do my recording, my lord, when I'm doing it in the office. Ukuthi ke mina ke indlela ke ngenza ngayo noma engisebenza ngayo ukuthi uma ngisebenza ke ehhovisi ngenze ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke i-recording ngoba ke uma ngingekho enkantolo ngoba enkantolo ke ikhona i-recording yakhona.
Dis meer 'n persoonlike keuse.
It is more a personal choice.
En ook vir my eie veiligheid.
And also for my own safety. Into ke mina ke ngayikhethela yona ke nokuvikeleka ke ngakuhlangothi ke lwami.
Was hierdie opname bedoel vir amptelike gebruik doeleindes?
Was this recording meant for official purposes? No. Ingaba lokho ke kwakwenzela noma le recording leyona ke yayenzelwe ukuthi ke izosetshenziswa noma ke official athi cha.
En was die partye ingelig dat daar opname gemaak word van die verrigtinge?
Were the parties informed that they were going to be recording of the proceedings?
Nee.
No. Abazange batshelwe ke labo ababekhona ke ukuthi ke lokho okwenziwayo ke ukuthi kuya recordwa.
Ekskuus ja, u kan voortgaan, u was by paragraaf 4.
May proceed, you were in paragraph 4,
Of Blessed 3.
page 3.
I inform the deponent that any person who is in custody or has been arrested or any charge has the right to A, be assisted by a legal representative of his choice, B, that if he cannot afford the services of a private legal representative, he has the right to apply to the Legal Aid Board for assistance, and that if he qualifies, the Legal Aid Board will supply an attorney free of charge, and C, that he is entitled to seek legal advice before making any statement to me.
Question 4 ke uthi ngase ngimchazela ke ukuthi nawuphi ke umuntu oboshiweke noma ovalelwe unelungelo ke noma kuyiliphi ke icala alithwesayo unelungelo lokuthi alekelelwe ummeli okhethwe uyena, nokuthi uma kuukuthi ke angeke akwazike ukuthi akhokheleke ummeli oyimele, ukuthi ke unelungelo lokuthi ke afakeke isicelo kuyona iLegal Aid Board ukuthi ke imlekelele, nokuthi uma kuukuthi ke utholakala ukuthi ke ukwisimo sokuthi angalekelelwe legal aid noma uyaqualifya ukuthi iLegal Aid Board ke izobe isimnikeza ke ummeli simahla ke engeke amkhokhele, nokuthi ke unelungelo lokuthi ke aceleke noma izeluleko ke ngezomthetho ngaphambilini kokuthi enze istatement kumina.
His answer is, I understand.
Wasephendula ke ethi ngiyazwisisa.
Do you have a legal representative, or do you wish to apply to a Legal Aid Board for assistance? And if so, do you wish to consult with him before making any statements to me? His answer, Mr. Mjiaku is my attorney.
Mbuzo landelayo ke unayo yini ummeli onayo noma ke ufisa ukuthi wenze isicelo kuyona iLegal Aid Board ukuthi ke ikulekelele noma ukuthi uma kunjalo ke ufisa ukuthi ukhulumisane noma uconsult naye yini ngaphambilini kokuthi wenze istatement kumina? Impendulo yakhe yathi ke umnumzana uMjiyako noma uMr Mjiyako uyena ummeli wami.
I caution the deponent that he is under no obligation whatsoever to make a statement, and that if he chooses to do so, it will be reduced to writing as he speaks and may later be used against him as evidence in court. The deponent is asked if he understands this explanation, and his answer was yes.
Ngase ngimexwayisa ke ukuthi akaphoqelekile nangayiphi indlela ukuthi enze istatement, noma uma kuukuthi ke ukhetha ukuthi enze kanjalo ukuthi lokho akushoyo ke kuzobhalwa phansi noma ngizobhala phansi ke nanjengoba ekhuluma ekungathi kamuva ke kusetshenziswe nanjengobufakazi enkantolo. Wase ebuzwa ke ukuthi uyakuzwa yini lokho ngichazayo, impendulo yakhe yathi yebo.
Question was asked, do you still wish to make a statement notwithstanding the fact that it may be used as evidence against you? His answer is yes.
Umbuzo landelayo ke usafisa yini noma usafuna yini ukuthi ke wenze istatement ke sengishilo ke kuwena ukuthi kungasetshenziswa nanjengobufakazi? Yasithi impendulo yakhe yebo.
I informed the deponent that he has the right to remain silent and that nobody can force him to make a statement, and that if he chooses to make a statement, nobody can force him to divulge any self-incriminating information. His answer, I understand.
Ngase ngimazisa ke ukuthi unelungelo lokuthula ke angasho lutho, nokuthi akekho umuntu ongamphoqa ukuthi enze istatement, nokuthi uma kuukuthi ke unquma ke ukuthi asenze istatement akekho umuntu ongamphoqa ukuthi akhulumeke into ezombophezela yena ke noma into ezofaka yena ke kulokho azobe ekusho. Impendulo yakhe yathi ke ngiyezwa.
Do you wish to remain silent, or do you wish to continue to make a statement? His answer, I want to continue to make a statement.
Ingabe ufisa ukuthula ungasho lutho noma ufisa noma ufuna ukuqhubeka wenze istatement? Impendulo yakhe ke yathi ngifuna ukuqhubeka ngenze istatement.
Have you used any product that contains alcohol or any drug with a narcotic effect in the last 24 hours? His answer, no.
ngaba kulamahora awu-24 andlule wayebuzwa-ke ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi sikhona yini isidakamizwa sisebenzisile noma-ke iproduct enotshwala-ke ngaphakathi kulamahora awu-24 andlule. Impendulo yakhe yathi cha.
From the above mentioned questions and answers, it appears to me that the deponent is in his sane and sober senses, and it was required then to indicate whether the deponent appears to be nervous, anxious, relaxed, tearful, jovial, etc., and also whether he has any special request. It was recorded that the deponent was very relaxed, he was calm, he maintained eye contact when questions were asked, first with the interpreter and then with myself. He then made a request as follows: I request a bath to contact my family and have an exchange of clothes and to call my child.
Lana-ke kule mibuzo-ke lena-ke endlulile kanye futhi nazo-ke iy'mpendulo-ke kuyabukeka-ke kumina-ke ukuthi lona-ke ngihlezi naye noma engikhulumisana naye-ke usemqondweni ngokuphelele. Kwase kuchazwa-ke lana ukuthi chaza-ke noma-ke indlela-ke abukeka ngayo, ubukela ethukile yini noma nervous, ubukeka relaxed, epholile yini noma ubukeka eney'nyembezi, ubukeka eneme noma-ke ethokozile, noma futhi sikhona-ke isicelo anaso. Lana-ke ngase kubhala-ke ukuthi-ke hayi cha-ke lo muntu lona-ke akatatazeli, urelaxed, ukham kanye futhi-ke uyabhekana-ke, akusukuthi umuntu obalekisa-ke noma ugijimisa-ke amehlo, wenza lento abayibiza ngesilungu ukuthi-ke i-eye contact uma kuwukuthi-ke imibuzo noma ephendula imibuzo. Okokuqala uma ekhulumisana naye utolika, okwesibili uma ekhuluma nami. Isicelo-ke awasenza ngicela ukuthi ngigeze, ukuthi-ke ngixhumane nomndeni wami, nokuthi futhi ngishintshe-ke iy'mpahla noma ingubo lezi engiyigqokile, nokuthi-ke ngishayele ucingo ingane yami.
I now asked the deponent to tell me in his own words how he came to be brought to my office to make this statement.
Ngase-ke okulandelayo ngimbuza-ke ukuthi angitshele ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani, ngokusho kwakhe ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi alethwe ehhovisi lami azokwenza sona istatement lesi.
My Lord, also as far as this paragraph is concerned, certain portions have been redacted. From the lees tot waar die sin eindig met die woord death, dan die volgende twee sinne oor te slaan en te begin met die sin wat begin, I was arrested on the 16th.
Okay, sorry. Can I just request you to read up until where it ends with a death, and then skip the next two sentences and start where it says, I was arrested on the 16th.
His answer to the question: the police called me and asked me if I know of Senzo Meyiwa's death.
Lana-ke impendulo yakhe-ke ifundeka ngale ndlela. Amaphoyisa aqhumana-ke nami noma-ke angishayela-ke ucingo angibuza-ke ukuthi ngiyazi yini mayelana nokushona. Okay. Lana bhala Senzo Maye nokushona-ke kwakhe uSenzo Maye.
Yeah, just spell that name as it appears there.
M-A-Y-E-W-A-S.
Oh, it's the same word. Okay. Lana-ke kubhale, okay. Amaphoyisa angishayela ucingo angibuza ukuthi ngiyazi yini mayelana nokushona kwakhe-ke uSenzo Meyiwa. Yeah, Senzo Meyiwa.
How would you pronounce it? Who shall it say?
I heard it as Senzo Meyiwa, and I wrote it as I heard it.
Engayizwa-ke mina ngendlela engayizwa ngayo ngezwa nanjengoSenzo Meyiwa, ngase ngiyibhala ngaleyo ndlela engayizwa ngayo.
Goed, you can voortgaan. I was arrested.
I was arrested on the 16th. I saw no progress.
Sorry, you can proceed.
I didn't see or understand what was going on. I didn't understand when I was supposed to appear in court. I knew I was arrested. If one is arrested, they have to appear in court. I decided to come to court. I called my attorney and told him I wanted to come to court.
Lana ke ngaboshwa noma elandelayo ke ngaboshwa ziwu16 ngase ngibona ke kungenanqubekela phambili ngangingasazi ke noma ke nginga-understand ukuthi ke kwenzekani nganginga ukuthi kwangani ke ukuthi ngingaveli ke enkantolo ngangazi ke ukuthi noma kuyinto engiyaziyo ukuthi uma kuwukuthi umuntu uboshiwe lo muntu lo kufanele ke ukuthi ayovela ke phambi kwemantshi noma kavele ke enkantolo ngase ngithatha isinqumo ke sokuthi ngize enkantolo ngashayela ke ummeli wami ngamtshela ukuthi ngifuna ukuza enkantolo.
The following questions are now put to the department. Do you have any injuries or bruises of any kind? If so, please show them to me if it is possible for you to do so.
Yile mibuzo elandelayo ke ase eyibuzwa ke ukuthi unayo yini imihuzuko onayo noma ke ukulimala noma ke kwayiphi ke indlela uma ke kunjalo ngicela ke ungitshengise noma ungikhombise ke uma kukwazi ke ukuthi kwenzeke lokho.
Answer: no, except old injuries sustained while I worked underground, the one I got when I was very young, and the one I got when I was very young.
Wase ephendula ke ethi cha ngaphandle nje kokuthi ke ngalimala ke noma ke amanxeba ke amadala engawathola ke nkathi ke ngangisebenza ke ngaphansi ke emgodini elinye futhi ke ngalithola ke ngisemncane.
Who inflicted these injuries on you, and how were it, and where did it happen? It was repeated, and I then referred to paragraph A.
Ukuthi ubani ke owakulimaza nokuthi ke kwenzeka kanjani noma kwenzeka kuphi ke wase ephinda ke lempendulo ke ebesenikeziwe ngapha ingakho ke lana ngishilo ke ukuthi ke ebheka ke ku paragraph A.
I reported and recorded my observation, and it was recorded in brackets: no noticeable recent injuries, a scar healed on the right side forehead, allegedly sustained when he was very young.
Ngase ngibhala phansi ke lokho engikubonayo ke noma ke uma ngimbuka ke ukuthi ke awekho ke amanxeba ke abonakalayo ke noma ke kuneska esikhona ke kuhlangothi langaku right ke ekhanda futhi ke kubonakala ukuthi ke sesipholile ke nokuthi nokusho ukuthi ngathola ke ngisemncane noma ke lokho kulimala ngakuthola ngisemncane.
It was then instructed as per this former to note the particulars of any visible injuries and to ask the department if it agrees with what has been recorded. The court, myself, recorded 2 scars, injuries on the right side of the forehead, and a small scar above the left brow, both already healed. The second scar was pointed out by him during this process.
Lana ke ile form ke iyachazela ke ukuthi uma ke kuloko kubonayo ke uma kukhona ukulimala okubonakalayo okubonayo ke wena ke nokuthi ke umbuze ke ukuthi uyavumelana yini nalokho okubhaliwe. Ngibhale lana ke ika ezimbili esoqala ke kuhlangothi langaku right ke la esiphongweni kanye futhi ke neska esincane nje ngaphezulu lana ke kwehlo noma ke kweshiya ke lona ke leso iskaso nasakhonjwa uyena ke kuyena ke le process uyena wangikhombisa sona.
The department's comments: yes, both sustained as a small child when my grandmother tried to hit a chicken and the blow landed on my forehead.
Lana ke inqa ukuchaza kwakhe ke noma ke uma yena ke sengichazela ukuthi yebo ke zoyimbili ke ngalimala ke ngisemncane ila khona ke ugogo wami ke wayezama ke ukuthi ashaye inkukhu kodwa ngeshwa ke wase eshaya mina.
He was asked, did the police or any other person assault or threaten you to make this statement? Answer: no, not at all.
Umbuzo landelayo ke ngama amaphoyisa noma nje noma uyimuphi umuntu ke owakushaya noma owakusabisa ke ukuthi wenze le statement cha naka lutho nje.
Did anyone influence you to make this statement? Answer: no, I decided on my own.
Ingabe ukhona yini umuntu owaba nomthelela ukuthi wena uzokwenza lesi statement lesi cha isinqumo engayithathela mina.
Did anyone encourage you to make the statement? Answer, no.
Khona yini owakugqugquzela ukuthi wenze le statement cha.
Were any promises made to you to persuade you to make the statement? Answer, no.
Ngaba ikhona yini ithembiso ezenziwa kuwena ukuthi ke noma ke ukugqugquzela ukuthi ke wenze statement lesi impendulo yathi cha.
Do you expect to derive any benefits from making the statement? Answer, no, not at all.
Ngaba kukhona yini ofisa ukuthi ukuzuze noma ukuthole ngokwenza lesi statement impendulo yathi cha.
The deponent is now informed that he cannot expect any benefits whatsoever from making the statement. The importance of this aspect is now stressed to him, and he's asked whether he understands this. His answer, yes, I understand, and I was never promised anything.
Lana ke useyachazelwa ke manje ukuthi ke ungalindeli lutho ke noma ungalindeli ke ukuzuza noma ukuthola noma yini ke ngokwenza sona ke lesi statement futhi ke nokubaluleka ke kwalokhu kuyagcizelelwa ke manje ukuthi ke akuzwe noma ke ukuthi uyabuza ukuthi uyakuzwisisa yini lokho. Yebo ngiyakuzwa futhi ke angikaze ngithenjiswe lutho.
Seeing that you can't expect any benefits from making the statement, do you still wish to continue to make the statement? Answer, yes.
Nanjengoba ke manje ke swazike noma ke ukuthi ke akukho nje inzuzo noma ke ongayilindela ke ukuthi ukukhona ongakuthola usafisa yini ukuthi uqhubeke wenze le statement impendulo yathi yebo.
Have you made a similar statement previously? And if so, when and to who? Answer, no.
Ingabe sikhona yini istatement saloluhlobo noma esikanjena ke osenzileke ngaphambilini uma kuukuthi kunjalo kubani wase ethi ke cha asikho.
You have now told me that you were not influenced, encouraged, assaulted or threatened to make the statement, and that no promises were made to you in order to persuade you to do so. I wish to once again ask you to take me into your confidence and tell me if in your opinion anything irregular has been said or done to influence you to make a statement. I undertake to ensure that your allegations are immediately and properly followed up and attended to. Answer, no, nothing of that sort.
Manje usungitshelile ke ukuthi ke akaze kube nomuntu onomthelela awukazi uqhuqhuzelwe ushaywe noma usatshiswe ukuthi wenze le statement lesi nokuthi ke azikho izithembiso ezenziwe kuwena ukuthi ke wenze noma ke ukushintsha ke umqondo ukuthi wenze kanjalo. Ngifisa ke manje ke futhi ke ukuthi ngikubuze noma ngikutsheleke ukuthi ngicela ungethembeke noma ungitshele ukuthi ngovo lwakho kukhona yini into engahambanga ngendlela noma engeziwanga ngendlela noma ke eshiwo kuwena ekwenzile ukuthi ke kube nomthelela ukuthi uzokwenza le statement lesi. Ngiyakuthembisa ke ukuthi insolo zakho zothi zilandelweke futhi ke zinakwe. Cha akukho nje ayikho nje into ekanjalo.
Do you understand everything that I have explained to you, or is there anything that I need to explain again? Answer, I understood very well.
Ingabe uyakuzwisisa uyakuzwa konke engichazele kodwa noma kukhona ofisa ukuthi ngichaze futhi. Impendulo yathi ke ngikuzwe kahle.
The deponent then made a statement.
Wase ke manje enza ke istatement sakhe.
Yes, we can proceed. Read the rest of the.
The deponent made his statement, which was attached hereto as Annexure A. The statement is reduced to writing as he speaks and is written down in the deponent's own words. The statement consists of 6 pages marked 1 to 6. Each of these pages must also be signed by the magistrate, deponent and interpreter, which was done in each other's presence.
Manje ke useyasenza ke istatement sakhe sikhona ke esihlanganisiwe ke lana esiu-annexure A. Istatement leso ke senziwa ke ku page entsha futhi ke sibhalwa phansi ke nanjengoba ekhuluma futhi ke kubhalwa amazwi akhe ke lawo awashoyo. Le statement lesi ke sinama page awu-6 aphawuleke ku page 1 kuyofika ke ku-6 ukuthi i-page ngayodwa ke kufanele isayindwe ke umagistrate loyo ke owenza statement kanye notolika.
Now questions are asked, except such questions as are necessary to clarify aspects of the statement which are unclear, such questions if any, and the answers thereto are clearly indicated as such. The statement is made in Zulu language and interpreted into English by the interpreter.
Ayikho ke imibuzo ebuzwayo ke ngaphandle nje kwemibuzo la ekungacacile khona ke ecalwa ukuthi ke achazwe noma acaciseke uma kukhona nje ongazwisiki kahle imibuzo enjalo ke uma ngabe ikhona ke kanye nezimpendulo zakhona ke zibhalwa ke ngaleyo ndlela ke istatement senziwe ngesizulu sabe sesiyahunyushwa ke hunyushwa ngeSingisi noma ke ngeEnglish uyena utolika.
The statement is read back to the deponent and translated by the interpreter.
Istatement ke uyasifundelwa ke manje futhi ke sibe sesihunyushwa ke uyena utolika.
The deponent is asked whether he confirms the content of the statement as correct, and he answered yes.
Useyabuzwa ke ukuthi manje ke lokhu okubhaliwe ke ku kanjalo ke noma ku right yini waphendula wathi yebo.
Statement is signed by the deponent by means of his signature.
Wase uyasayinda ke ngokuthi ke abeke isignature yakhe.
Statement is also signed by the interpreter and by myself.
Sisayindwa na uyena ke utolika kanye futhi nami ke.
The date stamp was put and the time of completion indicated as 20 minutes past 5 the afternoon.
Istempu ke lapha ke sesichaza idate ke sibekiwe nesikhathi ke ekwaqedwa ngaso ekwaku 20 past 5 emini.
Certificate by the interpreter was also completed and attached and signed by all present. With reference to the interpreter, the deponent and the magistrate.
Sikhona ke ne-certificate lapha ke ekuyi-certificate sakhe ke utolika sisayindwe uyena ke umuntu magistrate lapha yanezansi yena ke lo wenza istatement ubekela ama-initials wakhe kanye naye utolika.
Yes, you've already referred to the copies of the 3 police officers.
It was also attached and initialed by the interpreter and the deponent.
Kanye nala makopi ke amathathu awu amaphoyisa nawo ke abekiwe ke nama athachiwe ke afakiwe lana ase futhi initial uyena utolika kanye naye ke lo wayenza istatement.
I stamped these documents.
Mina ke ngase ngibeka nje istamp kulama document.
The stamp used is a stamp that was allocated to me in person and signed out to me as magistrate.
Istamp lesi ke istamp ke engasinikwa ke futhi ke esasayindwa ke sayindelwa kumina ke nanjengomantshi.
Do you confirm the correctness of this document?
Correct.
Exhibit JJ.
The document ke ngivumelana ukuthi ke iqiniso noma kuyiqiniso ke lokho okula.
What did you do with the document Exhibit JJ after the proceedings?
After the parties left the office, that includes the interpreter, the deponent, his attorney, I then handed the document to Mrs. Du Plessis.
Emuva kokuthi bese behambe bonke ke ummeli lona ke wenza istatement utolika ngase ngithatha ke mina idocument lena ke le ebekubhala kuyona ke ngayindlulisela ku Mrs. Du Plessis.
She then made copies for the files and handed me a copy later that week.
Wasenza ke amakhophi ke ayezoya ke kwi-file wanginikeza nami ke ikhophi kamuva ke kulelo viki lelo.
Na afloop van die verrigting van die afneem van die verklaring wat het toe daarna gebeur.
Now after the proceedings, now after taking down the the confession, what then happened.
Dis nou met betrekking tot die partye wat in die kantoor was.
With regards to the parties that were present in the office.
Die party het my kantoor verlaat en nadat ek alles opgepak het en ek die kantoor verlaat het, was hulle nie meer in sig in die gang gewees nie en het ek hulle nie gesien nie.
After the parties then left, and after I had packed everything, and I also left the office, they were not in sight anymore, and I also didn't see them in the passage. Angibabonanga ke emuva kokuthi sengiqoqe konke ngase ngiphuma ke kulelo office lelo babe bengekho ke nalapho kuleyo passage leyo babe ngekho ngaphambilini ushilo ke futhi nokuthi ke wase ethatha ke le document lena wayonikeza ngayo ku Mrs Duplessis owenza ke amakhophi amanye wafaka ke ku file kamuva ke kulelo viki amnikeza nayo.
En meneer Mjiako, die prokureur wat die deposant bygestaan het hy in die kantoor gebly vir die duur van die afneem van die verklaring.
Dis korrek.
Mr. Mjiako, who represented the deponent or assisted the deponent, was he in the office for the duration of the taking of the confession? That is correct. Yebo, Mr. Mjiako wayekhona ngaso sonke leso sikhathi leso i-confession lena ke ibhalwa ke noma ithathwa.
As ek kan vra om te gaan na paragraaf 9 op bladsy 4.
If I can ask you to go to paragraph 9 of page 4.
Veral die laaste gedeelte van daardie paragraaf.
The last part of that paragraph.
I decided I want to come to court. I called my attorney and told him I want to come to court. Hoe was u gekleed op die betrokke dag?
Ek self.
Ja, was u in hofklere aangekleed of in privaat klere?
How were you clad on that day? Were you in your court regalia or were you in your private clothes?
Ek het nie my toga aangetree nie. Ek was in gewone siviele drag geklee gewees.
I didn't have my robe on. I was in my normal civilian clothing. Ngangayifakile ke igown noma irobe yami ke yoba umantshi ngangigqoke nje impahla zami.
The court, please, my lord, those are the aspects that we wanted to take up with the witness in light of the discussion earlier on. May the cross-examination then stand down until tomorrow. Yeah. Arrangements were made for Colonel Mboto to be here. Can we then adjourn until 2? I think he should be here, but I haven't inquired as to whether he's present. I'm told he is here.
Okay. Die is verwittig dat u moet afstaan vir kruisondervraging môre. Is it only
We're informed to stand down for examination until tomorrow.
okay? No problem. See you tomorrow. Rose.